Well, hello there people, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you some new parts for my Ford Sierra RS Cosworth, and it is all about the steering components this time around. I have bought some new inner and outer tie rods for my car here, as I found a lot of play on the inside ball on the tie rod there. So in some way I was kind of lucky, because I thought it was my steering rack that was causing the wheels to be a bit like sloppy, but it was actually indeed the inner tie rod. So I went out on the hunt to get me a complete set of inner and outer tie rods with boots. And finally I found one. It was supposedly a kit for two-wheel drive only, as the four-wheel drive versions are a different length and it basically won't fit, as the text will say. If you read like if you find one on eBay or whatever, it will say that it is specific for the two-wheel drive and not for the four-wheel drive. So I got the package home, and this is where I decided to do this video, because I ended up getting the wrong parts again. I'm pretty sick and tired of getting wrong parts or poor fitment parts or whatever for the Ford Sierra here. And me coming from the Mercedes world the last 6, 7, 8 years, it's kind of a bummer seeing all those bad parts for these Ford Cosworth cars. So, but anyways, I found out that the difference is basically the length of the tie rod, both on this side but also on the inner side, which mounts into the steering rack. The length of this threaded area here is shorter on the two-wheel drive compared to the four-wheel drive, which is basically 0.5 centimeter longer. I will show you that in a second. Also, the total length of the two-wheel drive version is 295 millimeters. The version that I got was basically the four-wheel drive version, even though it said in the ad that I would get the two-wheel drive versions. I contacted the seller and he said there was some mix-up in the packaging or whatever, but the four-wheel drive version is 315 millimeter from that side to that side. So how I decided to work around this was I wanted to cut the length here, but I didn't want to cut it on the inside here, because I don't want to risk screwing up the threads inside the steering rack. So how I solved that was to use some spacers or shims like that, which I found to be the best solution, as I really don't want to risk, like I said, screwing up the threads inside the steering rack there. So if you decide to do it this way yourself, if you're stuck with the wrong parts, you can do it like this. Just make sure that the diameter on these shims doesn't exceed the hole inside the steering rack there, because there's a, if I have a light here, can you see there? The steering rack goes inside a smaller hole there. So just make sure that that diameter is matching the shim diameter. So you will be good to go. This is not your ideal solution, but it works. It doesn't weaken the construction in any way. These are solid, like shims or whatever, so it's just a matter of extending the thing a bit. And also the threaded area inside here now is as long as it would be if you're using the genuine two-wheel drive versions. So let me just unscrew this one so we can have a look at the length difference. Obviously I have cut this now, but I just want to put them on side by side so you can see how it looks like. So there it is. And you can see the length difference on these. See? And also on this side here, the threaded area is way more onto the shaft here, or the rod. So when doing it this way, you don't have a lot of adjustment room, but I have checked it out and there's enough adjustment room to make it work. But you have to move it all the way out there, and you also have to cut this length, because if you're gonna get your ball joint to work in this area, this part will be too long. I actually cut 2 centimeters off these 3 bits here. That's 2 centimeters that was cut off on that side of the tie rod. So it can be done, but it's not ideal. I really don't like to do it this way, but for now it's gonna work out pretty good. I'm gonna go out on a hunt to get the proper ones, just in case I found this not to be my personal, the best solution I could live with in a way. I really don't like to skimp on quality and do stuff the incorrect way. So, but with that said, it is a good part though. It is a Monroe part, so it isn't your non-branded Chinese crap part. So that is good. The outer tie rods though are made of a brand called NK, I think it is, which I'm really not that familiar with. I know it is of a lesser quality brand, but my original ones, they are made by TRW, which is fantastic. So I'm going to go out on the hunt for a TRW branded outer tie rod for the Sierra. These are also in good condition, so I really didn't have to replace them. So I will keep it in my spares bin for now. So people, I just have to say also that the eBay seller, he did sort it out for me. I did put it out towards him in this email that I started to cut him already, and he kindly replied that, well, is there any other parts you would like to buy for your restoration? So maybe we can give a discount, I guess. He didn't put it that way, but I do reckon that he will get me some discount on a different part to level out the loss in a way. So that is very nice. So people, I'm not going to drag it out. I really hope you could use this video when you're out hunting for steering components yourself. Remember, there is a difference between the 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive inner tie rods, but it can be done using the 4-wheel drive ones on a 2-wheel drive car. You just have to do the mods that I showed you here in this video. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a great day. So see you guys later. Bye bye bye. See ya.